Vincent Hayes sat alone at table 7 in Marcello's, the finest Italian restaurant in the city. At 36, he'd built a commercial real estate empire that made him one of the youngest CEOs in the region. Tonight, like most nights, he dined alone. The restaurant hummed with conversation and laughter from other tables. Couples celebrating anniversaries. Families sharing stories. Vincent had his phone and the Wall Street Journal. A waitress approached his table. She was in her late 20s, dark hair pulled back in a neat ponytail, wearing the restaurant's standard uniform. Her name tag read Aria. "Good evening, Mr. Hayes," she said warmly. "The usual?" Vincent looked up, surprised she knew his name. "Yes, thank you." As Aria turned to leave, a folded piece of paper slipped from her apron pocket and landed near his foot. Vincent picked it up and unfolded it without thinking. It was a child's drawing. Crayon marks showed a stick figure man standing next to what was clearly meant to be a luxury car. The car was drawn with careful detail for a child's hand, silver with 4 perfect circles for wheels. Above the figure, in wobbly letters, it said, "The Nice Man." "Excuse me," Vincent called out. Aria turned back, and he held up the drawing. "You dropped this." Aria's face flushed with embarrassment. She hurried back to the table. "I'm so sorry, sir. That's my son's. He must have slipped it into my apron this morning." Vincent studied the drawing more carefully. "Is this supposed to be me?" Aria hesitated, then nodded. "I'm really sorry. It's just that Noah, my son, he's 7. Last week, he was with me when my car wouldn't start in the parking lot after my shift. You helped us. You called a tow truck and waited with us until it arrived. Noah was frightened because it was dark and cold, but you talked to him about superheroes and made him laugh." Vincent had a vague memory of the incident. A woman struggling with a car, a small boy shivering in the back seat. It had seemed like nothing at the time. "Noah talked about you every day now." Aria continued quietly. "He says you're a superhero because you helped us when you didn't have to. He drew that picture yesterday. I told him it was silly, but he insisted I bring it to show you if I saw you again." Vincent looked at the drawing again. The stick figure had a smile. So did the child standing next to the car, holding the man's hand. "May I keep this?" Vincent asked. Aria blinked in surprise. "You want to keep it?" "If Noah doesn't mind." "He'd be thrilled." Aria said softly, "Thank you, Mr. Hayes." As she walked away, Vincent propped the drawing against the salt shaker and stared at it. When was the last time anyone had drawn him? When was the last time anyone had called him a hero? His food arrived, but Vincent found himself distracted. He watched Aria move between tables with practiced efficiency. She smiled at every customer, refilled water glasses without being asked, and somehow made each person feel attended to. But he noticed other things too. The way she winced slightly when she bent down. The fatigue in her eyes despite her warm demeanor. After his meal, Vincent waited until Aria returned to his table with the check. "How old is Noah now?" he asked. 7, Aria said. "Just turned 7 last month." "And his father?" Aria's smile faltered. "Not in the picture. It's been just Noah and me for 5 years now." Vincent nodded slowly. "The car that broke down. Did you get it fixed?" "Not yet," Aria admitted. "The repair shop said it needs a new transmission. That's $1,200 I don't have right now, so we take the bus. It's fine. Noah thinks it's an adventure." Vincent pulled out his wallet and placed his credit card on the check. Then he pulled out a business card and wrote something on the back. "There's an auto shop 3 blocks from here," he said, handing her the card. "Moretti's. Tell them I sent you. They'll fix your car. The bill comes to me." Aria stared at the card, then at Vincent, her eyes wide. "Mr. Hayes, I can't accept this. That's too much." "It's already done," Vincent said firmly. Consider it payment for the drawing. Original artwork is quite valuable. Sir, that drawing isn't worth. It is, to me. Aria's eyes filled with tears. She quickly wiped them away. Why are you doing this? Vincent was quiet for a moment. Because someone should have done it for my mother. He stood up, leaving a generous tip on the table. As he walked toward the door, he turned back. Does Noah like cars? Aria nodded, confused by the question. Bring him by my office Saturday morning. 10 o'clock. The address is on that card. Before Aria could respond, Vincent was gone. That Saturday, Aria arrived at Hayes Tower with Noah clutching her hand. The little boy wore his best clothes, khaki pants and a button-up shirt that was slightly too big. His eyes were huge as they entered the gleaming lobby. Vincent met them personally, dressed casually in jeans and a sweater. Noah hid behind his mother's legs. You must be Noah, Vincent said, crouching down. I'm Vincent. Thank you for the drawing. It's hanging in my office now. Noah peeked out. Really? Want to see? They rode the elevator to the top floor. Noah pressed his face against the glass, watching the city shrink below them. In Vincent's office, the child's drawing was indeed framed and hanging on the wall beside his diplomas and awards. Mommy, look, Noah whispered in awe. I wanted to thank you properly for the drawing, Vincent said. So I thought maybe you'd like to go for a ride. A ride? Noah asked. Vincent led them to the parking garage where his silver Mercedes sat gleaming, the same car from Noah's drawing. The boy's mouth fell open. They drove through the city, Noah chattering nonstop in the back seat about everything he saw. Aria sat in the passenger seat, occasionally meeting Vincent's eyes with a look of wonder. They stopped at a park. Vincent had arranged for a picnic lunch to be waiting. As they ate sandwiches on a blanket, Noah asked Vincent about his job. I build buildings, Vincent explained. I help create places where people can live and work and be happy. Like a superhero, Noah said confidently. Vincent laughed. I'm not a superhero. Yes, you are, Noah insisted. Superheroes help people. You helped us twice now. After lunch, as Noah ran around the playground, Aria sat beside Vincent on a bench. I don't understand why you're doing all this, she said quietly. I'm a waitress. You're a CEO. We're from different worlds. Vincent watched Noah climb the jungle gym with determination. My mother raised me alone. She worked 3 jobs, waited tables, cleaned offices, whatever it took. I was about Noah's age when I realized we were poor. I asked her why we couldn't have things other kids had. She told me that money doesn't measure wealth, that kindness and love were the real riches. He paused, his voice growing thick. She died when I was 16. Heart attack from exhaustion. She was 41 years old. I built this company in her memory. Made more money than she could have imagined, but I forgot what she taught me. Aria reached over and squeezed his hand. Your son's drawing reminded me, Vincent continued. It reminded me that success isn't about how much you accumulate. It's about how much you give, how many lives you touch. My mother would have loved Noah. She would have loved you. They sat in comfortable silence, watching Noah play.